sweet friends, it's Kelly and welcome to my channel. And today I am super excited to be making another Saturday morning makes, and this is a collaboration with Jill Norwood, and it's a wonderful way to create something. And I love to upcycle. I love to recycle things, and in my family, which is a very big family, we are constantly filling up the garbage bin and the recycle bin. And I even asked my daughter, I said, could you start saving some of your boxes? And did she ever deliver? So I am going to be making some coasters with extra boxes and boxes that we're going to be thrown out and turn them into something beautiful that I might be able to use. And I plan to do this with some boxes, some simple little pieces of designer paper, and also some Mod Podge. And I am going to make some coasters that I can just have, you know, at ready around the house or here on my craft desk, and have those ready to use. Hold the vision and trust the process. That's what they say. But so far I am holding out faith. The idea that I have here is to create a base layer and then another top layer to the base. The dies that I'm using are the scalloped edge and the inside stitched rectangle die, and these are from Waffle Flowers, the A2 Lacy layers dies. I love these. They are good quality, beautiful brand. Big fan of Waffle Flower stamps. So what I'm going to do is run these through the die cutting machine again with cardstock. Then I'm going to start the building, and I'm going to choose a a designer paper that I'm going to be putting as the base here. So super exciting. Just for kicks and giggles, I'll give you a shot of my floor where everything got pushed off for me to sweep up and throw in the garbage. The idea for these is that this will stay a base layer of craft, and then I will cover this with a solid cardstock, and then the top layer will also be another layer with a designer paper. So I've decided to do the black and white buffalo check, which was inspired by this, and this is a Lawn Fawn super thick, very heavyweight cardstock. I think this is about 110-pound cardstock, and I am going to be using this 4 times, so I will be able to use with one sheet of cardstock all 4, and I will be able to get the base. Now for the top of these, I hope you're following along. So it will look like this on the bottom and this on the top, and we will be gluing, and then on the top will be this absolutely very popular and super beautiful paper, and I just thought this would be nice to have for the holidays. I can have this as a set for the table, or also for during the Thanksgiving time. I absolutely would display this on my table. So this will be going something like that, and of course I'm going to be using these again, and I believe I bought this on when they had their big paper sale, so just a couple of 20-30 cents a sheet of paper, and this is turning out magical. So I'm going to get the glue, I'm going to have the Mod Podge ready, and my brush and the bowl. And this, again, they do sell at Dollar Tree, but I do believe I got this at one of the other super centers, either Target or somewhere like that, for just 59-69 cents. So again, watch your pennies. But I'm going to die cut these, save you the borrow part, and I will be back. I'm doing. It's easier for me to work in a conveyor belt fashion, so I like to do everything all at once rather than build one, come back and build the other, then the third. No. I like to just do it all at once. So I love that we have turned Pillsbury and the brown sugar oatmeal and some Monster cereal into hopefully some really beautiful coasters. And this is my thought process. I just have to glue these down and line them up, and then set them to dry for just a minute or 2, and then once they're dry, come back and do the top layer. The good thing about this scalloped die is that on all of the sides it will line up. It just takes some good eyeballs and some sturdy hands, neither of which I have, but we're going to try this. So I'm going to, again, speed this up and do the remaining 3, and then I'll be back with the top layers. layers are done. I did have a few areas where you see this sticking out a little bit, and that's just from where the die was having a hard time cutting through the thicker chipboard. So what I'll do is just take a little file and trim that down, but it really doesn't bother me much at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is start the base layer for the top. And the reason why I'm gluing this down to the craft rather than this color is because you won't see anything poking through the craft. If I do it the other way around, there's always the risk of seeing some of the bright pinks, the yellow, or these beautiful reds and browns coming through the designer paper. Forgot what it was for a second. And then another thing I love about this glue is you literally get a couple of seconds to manipulate this right back into place before it dries. But once it's dry, forget about it. You are not getting this paper back off. So I'm going to do one with you all. Again, I love this glue. It does the trick, and once it's down, it's down. It's not going anywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and put the base layer here and then set these to dry so it will look like that. Oh my goodness. The first one is done, and I do have to do these in shifts because it can only dry on one side at a time. And the key to getting out the wrinkles is to press hard and not leave an excess of the Mod Podge on the top. So number one is down, and I'm going to go ahead and set this off camera to dry on, of course, a box. Here they are. What do you think? Do you have a favorite? This is the set. I don't think I could choose a favorite. I wanted to make sure each one had at least a white pumpkin or part of a white pumpkin and part of the buffalo check. And this one didn't really get all the way in, but it was the best presentation for this pumpkin to be like the focal point. And I wanted a little bit of greenery. So I actually love these. Very thick, very durable. So it will just basically go something like that. Again, it is a set of coasters that would have gone in the trash. This is all things that would have ended up in the recycle bin, and I decided to use them for just a small little project and have something and create something that I'll be able to use. So this will basically just sit down like that. I love the concept of trying to turn something into something else. This is all things that we have already in our home. Almost everyone has glue. Everyone almost has Mod Podge. You can even make your own if you don't have this. It's very easy to do a DIY Mod Podge. And this is just some designer paper. I'm sure most crafters have at least one sheet. The cereal boxes, the granola bars. I mean, this is just such a great way to upcycle. Then I thought, let me take this a little bit further, and I got out my twine. So I'm thinking that I'm going to wrap this up. And then I thought, even better, let me use my twine from the store that matches. So I'm going to make a little set. And I love this buffalo check in the black and white. I know the red and black has been very popular this year, but I am absolutely bananas for gingham. I love anything gingham, and this buffalo check just makes me absolutely smile. This is just so beautiful. So what I wanted to do is put one of those on the top. Okay, I don't know if you guys see this. I saw this when I was doing the Mod Podge. Does this not look like an eyeball? Maybe it's just me, but it is the little curl from the little vine. But I noticed that this little white is the same area as that little curl. Just it just looks like an eye to me. So what I wanted to do is put this one, or maybe this one, I think I'll go with this one, right on the top, and just make a little ribbon and just have like a little sweet gift set. This has that very chic farmhouse look, the country look to it. And let me get this just trimmed really quickly. Of course, these are not the right scissors. I'll fix that. So this was just a fun Saturday project, and things that would have ended up in the trash ended up being something that I could use. This was not really something that I would give away as a gift set. I think I would be embarrassed, you know, especially if the person was like, oh wow, and then, you know, they saw the underneath or the quality. But I just didn't want to throw those in the trash without giving this a try. And I actually am really happy with how these turned out. And I happen to be one of those people that loves the macaroni necklaces and the flowers picked from the side of the road, and homemade and handmade gifts just make my heart smile. I have zero issues with someone creating something out of a tissue box and saying, this is for you. Those make my heart smile. So there you go. I would love to know what you think, my friends. Let me give this black on black. It's hard to see. So there you go. What do you think? Very farmhouse chic, very fun. This was an absolutely delightfully fun Saturday project, and I love how this turned out. I just really do. I love it most of all because I was able to take some trash and turn it into something else that I could use. You just present it like this, take one of them out, and there you go. I know I could give this to my mom, to my daughter. My husband would even appreciate this for when he has his soda and he leaves it, you know, all over the places he's not supposed to leave it. I can go behind him and put one of these, and just really, I just love this. I really, really do. If you want to take this a step further, you could always put like a little rose or something, you know, here. This would be really fun to do in different patterns, and I'm even going to try and do this again for Christmas. So thanks so much for watching, my friends. You are such a blessing, and I really appreciate your feedback and your comments and the love that you leave. So thank you so much. This was another fun collaboration to do with the open collaboration, and this is for my my second one. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would like, and if you like this content, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.